Welcome to the first edition of the Penguin Rundown. I'm Zach Humphreys.
And I'm Pat Andrews.
We plan to recap, highlight, and preview the week in sports here at the Coaches Court inside the Bigley Center. We will pick it up with the Penguins football team. They began their season at Penn State this Saturday in Happy Valley. Number 12, Kurt Hess, warming up to make his first career start at Youngstown State, along with Coach Wolford taking the field for the first time as Penguin head football coach. Coach meeting Joe Pa there before the game, as you could see, and the Gwins were anxious to start, and anxious they played from the beginning.
Penn State got out to a 3-0 lead early on in the first quarter. However, the Penguins were quick to answer. Here we are, 3rd and 10. Hess finds Dominique Barnes on a wide receiver screen, taking it across the field for the first down and a heck of a lot more. Barnes running, no one on the Nittany line defense is going to catch him, giving the Penguins an early 7-3 lead. Barnes finished the game with 11 receptions, 134 yards, and a touchdown for the Penguins. And here we see Robert Bolden's pass in the second quarter, picked off by David Rock for the Penguins, giving them some early momentum in the first half.
And we'll pick it up late here in the fourth quarter. Quarterback Kurt Hess found Eli Ducatel on a short crossing pattern over the middle to give the Penguins their second touchdown on the afternoon. Hess finished 21 of 25, 189 yards, 2 touchdowns to go along with it. But in the end, Penn State 44-14 winners over the Penguins. And there you see Bellamy, also the freshman, 12 carries, 38 yards. The Penguins soccer team started their season at home after being on the road for the first 4. This season on Friday afternoon, Howard came and beat the Penguins 1-0 in overtime. It was a defensive battle at Stambaugh Stadium.
However, on Sunday, a different story for YSU as they hosted the University of Missouri, Kansas City. Early on, Shelby Parks gave the Penguins a 1-0 lead in the 18th minute. Then the Allison Ludwig show began, as you see her shot being saved by the UMKC keeper, and there she is getting knocked off the ball. But eventually here in the 57th minute, Kelly Storkel with a beautiful cross, and Ludwig's not going to miss from there. Her 6th goal of the season for the Penguins so far, and here you see not letting up another nice save by the Missouri-Kansas City keeper. However, in the end, the Penguins able to hold on for the victory, getting the win 2-1. YSU totaled 6 shots on goal.
The YSU team, volleyball team that is, hosted a 4-team tournament this past weekend. I sat down with Coach Krista Burrows to hear her thoughts.
What are some key improvements you must make going into this 3-match homestand?
I think we just need to be a little more consistent throughout the game. We tend to give up point runs throughout pretty much every set we've played so far. So I think we're just looking for a little more consistency with serve-receive, and if we're out of system, we just got to make sure we keep the ball on the court. We're just making way too many just silly little errors.
You have Howard, Niagara, and Central Michigan coming up. Have you seen anything on tape from any of those schools?
Yeah, Howard was there last weekend at West Virginia. We didn't play them, so we got a chance to scout them a little bit. They're just really, really super athletic, and they just got some really big kids. Niagara's been known to be just smaller but really fast, really good ball control. And Central Michigan's usually pretty athletic, pretty big, so they're picked to win their division in the MAC, so we expect that to be a tough match.
Do you think some of your younger players will play a little more relaxed now that they're at home?
We like to hope so, right? I think they're going to come out. They're probably going to be a little nervous with the home stand, probably have some friends in the stands. We're hoping that the home atmosphere relaxes them a little bit, hopefully after the first match. So we hope so.
What were some things you were pleased with? I know there couldn't be much. There's a lot of room to improve, but there had to be some things that you were pleased with.
I think blocking progressively has gotten better throughout the 4 matches that we've played. We switched to the 6-2. Obviously on Tuesday in the last set on this past weekend. So I think we're liking the 6-2. It just gives us a little more options as far as offensive-wise. It gives our setters a little break, gives something for the opponent to think about a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see how we come out this weekend.
Any significant lineup changes this weekend, or going to test some other options out?
Like I said, we switched to the 6-2. I think we're going to try to stay with that for right now. It seems to be working a little better for us. We're a little more competitive with that lineup in. We're going to try to get somebody on the right side that's going to be a little more offensive threat for us besides Tasha. And I'd like to get Nichelle in the game this weekend, get her a little bit of experience. But we're going to keep switching the lineup up until we find 6 or 8 or 10, however many players it takes to gel out.
Penguins played their first match against Howard. We'll pick it up from there. Let's go to the highlights from the Bigley Center. Here is Soublier setting for the freshman Jenna Kavanaugh. Penguins fighting for an early lead. Here's DeAmbrose, the freshman, setting up perfectly for Hundout, and the Penguins do have an early lead, 12-11. This is still now late. First set, Penguins trying to close the deal, 19-18. There's the block by Kapfer. Eventually, the Penguins would go on to win that set, and another one. Now they have a 2-1 set lead, and here is Soublier giving it to Hundout to cap off the Penguins' victory. First win of the season for the Penguins. They win 3-1. Marissa Hundout, 17 kills, 14 digs, both career bests. Now we'll go Saturday morning. There's Hundout once again fighting for the wins. The Purple Eagles, however, had something else in store for the Penguins. But here's a couple highlights. Jenna Kavanaugh with the block, the freshman sensation. And here's again McNeil showing great hustle as she did all afternoon on the backside for the Penguins. Back and forth they went until Soublier finds Kelsey Bitter with the tip kill, but the Penguins in the end could not finish off the Purple Eagles. Instead, Niagara takes it 3-1 over Youngstown State.
In the final match of the weekend, the Penguins took on Central Michigan. As you can see, Soublier, sneaky kill there for the Penguins, catching Central Michigan off guard. Here we are later in the first set as Kampfer with the block. And there is Tasha Reed with the kill for the Penguins. And we'll have another kill here for Hundout there in the third set. However, in the end, the eventual champions of the tournament, the Central Michigan Chippewas, were too much for Youngstown State, taking the final match 3-0. Soublier finished the match with 21 assists for the Penguins. Our weekly warrior for this week is Allison Ludwig, a freshman forward for the Lady Penguins soccer team. Our own Sean Seidler caught up with Allison for an interview.
We're here with our student athlete of the week, Allison Ludwig, a freshman women's soccer player. And as a true freshman, what brought you here? What sold you on the university?
Well, when I came on my recruiting trip, the girls were really welcoming. I really liked all of them, and Will, our coach, was just awesome to me. And I really liked the campus, and I felt like I had a really good chance of playing a lot and really fitting in on the team, so that's really what drew me here.
What's been your biggest adjustment from high school soccer to the college ranks?
Definitely the speed of play. It's a lot faster. Girls are a lot stronger, so I've really had to keep up with that.
And you've always been adjusting well. Talk about your early on-field success and what can you contribute that to?
You know what? I really don't know. I'm actually really surprised with myself. I wasn't really planning on coming in and scoring so many goals, but I'm glad that it happened, obviously, and I really just want to keep putting them in the back of the net.
And I'm sure that won't be the last time we hear the freshman sensation's name this season. Now let's take a look at the preview for next week.
As you can see, football home opener this Saturday the 11th against Butler. That is a 6 p.m. kickoff. Women's volleyball will be traveling to Michigan for the Michigan Adidas Invitational. That'll be this Friday the 10th and Saturday the 11th.
And as far as women's soccer, they will play at home Sunday the 12th versus Canisius at 2 p.m. That's going to do it for us. I'm Zach.
And Pat Andrews.
We'll see you next time on the Penguin Rundown.